Every day this month, you've seen and heard from author and educator Ernest Crim III. Ernest uses Black historical narratives to teach families around the world, and now we get a chance to speak with him. Ernest, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jesse. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So, for people who may not be familiar with your work, tell us why you think the stories that you're sharing are so important.
Well, I would say so because literally these stories have transformed my life. I have this mantra, which is also the title of my first book called Black History Saved My Life. And I say that because learning about the truth of my history gave me purpose several times when I was growing up. Most prominently, when I was being bused to a white neighborhood from the south side of Chicago, I had questions about why things were the way they were. My mom provided answers and resources. When I was in college, I almost flunked out. I took a Black history course. My grades did a 180 and I graduated with honors and found my passion. The thing I learned the most from teaching is that our education system is actually, it's very chaotic right now. And I would say that the issue is not the kids, as most people would try to put it on them. I think that our children, especially those who are African American, are not truly learning things that would help them solve the issues within our own community. And over the years, I felt like I could work within that system to do so. And I did as best I could for that dozen years, but I found that my true freedom and my true passion came from finding ways outside of that to work around it and help our kids out.
One of the books that you've released is called The ABCs of Affirming Black Children, and that features empowering messages from a variety of these iconic figures that you're highlighting throughout history. So how do you hope parents can use this as a tool?
Yeah, affirming our kids to me is the foundation for us to determine who they will be in this lifetime. One of the things that I think a lot of people get misconstrued about Black history is they believe that when we teach it, we're starting with slavery, we're teaching kids racism, we're teaching kids to hate. That's not true at all. When we teach Black history, we're building a foundation of having kids understand, for one, who they were before enslavement, but also, two, we want them to know that who they were during that process and how we continue to persevere to create and innovate in spite of.
You were the victim of a hate crime. Can you briefly talk about what happened?
We were attempting to play a game called cornhole, and somebody next to us threw their beanbag extremely far. We only had one beanbag for our game, so when they didn't grab it after a while, we went to grab it. When we grabbed the beanbag, a white lady in that group approaches my wife and begins to scream at her and tell us that we need to give the bag back. We refused immediately because of the tone and how she approached us. And from that point, it escalated because she was so upset. Now, mind you, she's there with two Black friends and another white lady in the back. So that escalates to the point where she calls us the N-word. So I take out my phone and ask her to, I say, keep repeating yourself. And she does. With her Black friends there, she gets so frustrated that she walks away and she spits on us. And that's when I would tell people that's when my life as a so-called content creator began, because she got kicked out. I found that I had the footage. Understanding my rights, I knew when she spat, that broke the law. I began writing the book. I had people asking me to speak, and I felt like I had too much to say to just contain it to a classroom. The overarching message is we have to reimagine how we view ourselves as African Americans, and other folks on the outside have to reimagine it as well. It's important to understand, especially if you're entering this space and this discussion from a space of not having really studied it that intently, that you have been conditioned to look at us a certain way just because of how society is. And we should be doing better as a world and as a country. And then hopefully the next step is that you start in your community, your household, your school district, to make sure that our reality moving forward mirrors the facts that I showed you from the past.
Thank you to Ernest Crim III for joining us and sharing that story. Stay with Atlanta Now News as we continue to celebrate achievements by African Americans this month.